Before getting this video started, guys, I want to share with you this portable air compressor pump by Audu. It's rare you'll see me do this, but I feel like this is something that was pertinent to my channel. It plugs in to your cigarette lighter. It has digital PSI gauge. We're going to test it, see what it fills up to, and also check the accuracy with a very accurate tire pressure gauge. A couple cool features. You can change it from PSI to a few other readings, and on the side there's a light which you can just turn it on, a little LED light, or flip it the other way. If you're stuck on the side of the road, you have the flashing red light. Now, according to my analog dial, it says about 31 PSI. Let's see what this says by plugging it in. This is 30.5. Let's raise it a couple. Let's try 32. Stopped. It actually stopped. It says 33. So let's check it here. Yeah, it's right on the money. 33 there as well. This is a Jayco tire pressure gauge, supposed to be very, very accurate. And so thanks for listening and checking out this pump with me, guys. I am approached by a handful of people always asking me to review their products, and I only pick and choose stuff that I think I can use. I think this will be fantastic for us, especially at the track. We can take it out there, air up our tires. It looks like it's really close to where it needs to be, and it's going to make it so much more convenient when we're trying to fill up tires or air them down and then add a little bit of air at the track. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you're interested, there's a link in the description. Thanks for checking it out. What's up, guys? I'm making this video in an attempt to possibly help some people out in the future if it works. Now, this car I got a little while back. It was stumbling upon acceleration. There's no check engine lights. I plugged in my code reader, nothing shows up as well. The light kicks on and off as should on the dash. Previous owner replaced the fuel pump. He replaced the fuel filter. I plugged in, I keep a spare fuel pressure gauge. This is my way of checking. And I plugged it in right now. I'm going to put that picture up here. Fuel pressure at idle was 32. I disconnected the FPR and it jumped up to 40. So fuel pressure is within spec. Last night when I took it for a drive, it was still stumbling upon acceleration. So I went ahead and put on a brand new distributor, and that did not change it. It acted exactly the same. I pulled out the spark plugs. The spark plugs looked great. They have these Bosch titaniums that didn't look bad at all. And to verify they worked, I actually put those in my supercharged hatchback outside. And I swapped those plugs to here. I took my wires also and put them on here, but no change in it. And last night I did a lot of reading online trying to find issues, and people were talking about checking the TPS and blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of stuff thrown at it. The injectors I also checked. Quick way to check them is turn the car on when it's running, touch a screwdriver to each one, and then put your ear to the end of that screwdriver. You'll be able to hear them tapping. All of them are working perfectly fine also. Map and TPS look original. No check engine lights. Usually they shouldn't be faltering. So I was going to check the catalytic converter on this particular car, the 98 Civic LX, which has that intake manifold where it comes up. The catalytic converter sits right off of the exhaust, and right here in place of the exhaust manifold on a lot of other cars where the cat sits underneath the engine. As I pulled out the first O2 sensor, you could easily see the cracks that lead all the way around the back and down the front. And flip it over. You can see that it's cracked all the way back. Looks like it stops right here. And it leads right up to where the O2 sensor actually goes in. So what I did, I cleaned it up so you could see a little bit better. And I am going to weld it up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about inside there. I'm going to weld it up as close as I can and check O2 fitment, grind it down if I need to. I'm trying to seal it completely. Same with this side. I want to see if that potentially fixes my particular issue, because everything else on this car, I don't really know where to go next. If this doesn't fix it, I'll check the TPS, just test it out and see if it reads where it needs to read. I could swap the map, have a bunch of extra map sensors. I could just easily throw another one on. But after that, I don't really know where else to go. So we're going to weld this up and see if it potentially fixes the stutter on this EK, and that seems to be a lot of people may have had issues in the past. And here's how it looks after me passing over both areas. I stuck, I don't know if you noticed, I stuck a bolt in here just to catch any of the little pebbles and slag that shoots off from this flux core. I didn't want to go inside there, and then I just moved it around as needed from each side to side. But it's not bad. It's actually a decent weld, and this is a super old, it's one of those 90 amp flux wire welders. I don't even make them in this color, I think. It's from Harbor Freight, Chicago Electric. I've had it since 2012. Still works okay. You know, for jobs like this on exhaust systems where it doesn't need to look super pretty, like this doesn't look bad at all. Over here I had a little bit extra because I was trying to just flatten it out because of where the O2 sensor is going to go down. And then around the back, it's not half bad. I think it should do the job. I was contemplating just running some more over there, but I don't think I need to, because when you're watching it, and you can even see, you see how it, let me zoom in right here. You can see how it kind of melts into the cast iron. So it's almost like it melted and made its own like little rivet, not even a rivet, a rut I guess is what I'm shooting for. Like it kind of burned the metal and actually sealed it up at the same time. Now I tried staying a little bit off of there. What I may do is put some JB weld on the corners and then put the O2 sensor on, and that way it doesn't seal the O2 sensor in there, but it kind of locks up that. I'm just going to check it, and then we will get it reinstalled. Now we're going to install it, and we're going to let it sit. I am trying something that I never used before. I had this sitting in my toolbox forever. I looked it up. Operating temperature up to 700 degrees, and it's actually recommended for exhaust manifolds. I put some around the base of the O2 sensor, made sure not to get it on the sensor itself. That way, if there's still a little leak close to the edges where it was cracked, try and just alleviate that. Now, you said you need to wait 24 hours for this to dry and cure, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to take it for a spin next and see if this hopefully has potentially fixed our issue. If not, we'll keep trying elsewhere. And here I have it reinstalled, and that actually corrected the issue on this car, guys. It has zero hesitation. It seemed to be after you're applying about 25 to 40% throttle is when it would kick in. Zero issues any longer. I'm super excited that it was such a simple fix. Granted, I had to get in there and weld it, but it wasn't that tough at all. I was looking on a bunch of forums and reading a bunch of old information. And so it's kind of nice to update that. Maybe this could be one of the reasons that a lot of people have had those issues in the past or continue to do so here going forward. But my issue's fixed. The car runs great with all the new parts I installed. It's super peppy still. The distributor obviously is working fine. I threw the old distributor in the trunk, so that way, you know, that one still works. It was leaking. I threw it in there though in case everyone does happen to break. We have a replacement for that. But hope this helps you guys out. Simple fix. If you don't have a welder, of course, you could just take it to a muffler shop, have them weld up those cracks if that's your issue. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and thanks for watching as always. We will see you guys soon.